المكتب التعاوني للدعوة والإرشاد وتوعية الجاليات بأبها.
ادع إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's a pleasure for me to be with you to present the religions in the Indian subcontinent. This lecture is supposed to be after 2 or 3 weeks from now, but for a reason that I'm traveling to India after 1 week, so it has been brought to this time, and I hope that we will enjoy the time with each other. The objective of this presentation is to talk about the religions in India, and the religions in India are the Hinduism, the Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism. Also in India, 27% or more Islam, and of minority for Christianity. I'll talk about the, inshallah, if the time allowed, to talk about the non the religions which is with no box, which is the Islam, the Islam and the Christianity. I'll not talk about it. The religions without a true religious box are the Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. That's the main bulk of the speech tonight. I'll consider that the facts that I'm presenting, it's from the box of the people, and it's and also from their mouths. Their gods described in a way they described it to be away from insulting them. وَلَا تَسُبُّوا الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ فَيَسُبُّوا اللَّهَ عَدْوًا بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ. Also, it is summarized as much as possible. Starting with Hinduism, which is almost the 3rd or 4th religious group in the world. If we consider the Christianity and Islam and non-religious, the atheist, then Hinduism is the 4th religion in the world. Who is a Hindu? If we ask any Hindu, any lay people in India, what is Hinduism or who is the Hindu? Most of them, even their Hindu leaders, would say the Hindu is anyone born in India. But there are Muslims born in India, so this is not true definition. If parents are Hindu, but there are some who have been converted to other religions, and their parents are still Hindu. If born into a certain caste, some have been born for certain caste, but they converted to other religions. So this is still not accepted. If believe in reincarnation, the reincarnation, this is the cycle of birth, death, rebirth. I'm going to talk about it, inshallah. But still Sikh believe on it. Buddhism believe on it. Jainism, they believe on it. So it is not definition for Hinduism. If practicing any religious or any religion originating from India, also we have Sikhism started in India. So this is not true definitions, which most of Hindu are defining the Hinduism. But the real answer, if we dig in their box, we'll find that anyone accept the Vedic scriptures. Vedic scripture they have a book called Veda. I'll talk about it. So anyone accepting this book and strive to live in accordance to the teaching of the Vedic teachings, then this is a Hindu. So if somebody who is not accepting the Vedic scripture or not living in accordance with the teaching of Veda, then he is out of Hinduism. The Hinduism actually is a new name. It is 19th century name. Actually, it is derived from Hindu. And Hindu is a Persian word which is meaning the area of Hind, Hindustan. The Sanskrit word for that is Sindhu. And if we go to know where is it, it's around the Sindhu River, Sindh River. And Sindh River, now it is in the south of Pakistan. So the religion started in that area, in the Sindhu Valley, and distributed from there. Who started this? Actually, it started or got started 2,000 to 2,500 years before Christ. As they believe, depending on the Aryan invasion theory, they believe that the white-skinned man from Europe or from Turkey or from Persia, actually there are a lot of controversy about that, came and invade India and put his role, philosophy, and made the people of India, those of the south of India, the dark-skinned people, to accommodate this religion. So this theory carrying a danger. This means that it is devaluing the India's culture and gives the credit to the Aryan, to the light-skinned people. Also, it accepts that the caste system was based on racism, because once we dig on Hinduism, we'll know who is the best caste. The best caste is the Brahman, and the Brahman are the Aryan, and the last caste is Shodra, or the untouchable, and they are from the dark-skinned, who is in the south of India, the original people. So the invader made the caste system to help themselves. Now you can think how the invaders are praised, and those people of the country are downgraded, even down less than the level of the cow. Downgrades the intellectual ability of the original people, because the religion is brought from outside. Teaches that Vedas are not actually Indian, because the Indian believe that Veda is Indian. But this theory is saying that the religion came by the invaders. Interpret that Vedas are not beginningless, because they believe that Vedas have no beginning. But with this, the Veda have beginning. The scriptures of the Hindu, there are many scriptures. They believe it is sacred. They believe that the Veda is the most important, and it is accepted by all dominations of Hindus. They believe it is revealed to their monks and they wrote it for people. These Vedas are of two periods. The first, or the early period, in the period between 1200 to 900 before Christ, and it is emphasizing on faith. The second era is the late Vedic period, 900 to 600 before Christ, and emphasizing in ritual and social obligations, and also in the Brahmanic duties. With these things, now the Veda, we believe it is compiled over a long time of period. You can imagine how much of additions, deletion can happen over this long period. So how it can be sacred, how it can be holy. And also it is against being beginningless. So this is a fact that Hindu don't accept. They think it is beginningless. The Vedas, the Vedas is the main book, as I mentioned, and the religion of Hindu, because Hinduism, as I mentioned to you, is a new name. So what was the old name? The old name was Vedic Dharma. So the name of the Hinduism before 19th century was called Vedic Dharma. Dharma means the teaching. Or Sanatana Dharma, the teaching which is beginningless. The other book is called the Upanishad. The Upanishad is interpretations of the Vedas. There are 11 major Upanishads, and the Upanishads written in the period between 800 to 300 before Christ. It is explanation by the monks. The student goes to the monks, sat in front of the monks and receive the explanation, then they go and write it. So there have to be a lot of differences between them. So the Upanishad is not accepted by all the sects. It includes the ideas of the reincarnation and karma, which I'm going to talk about, inshallah. So with these things, because the monk are explaining to the student, so whatever the monk is saying, the Hindu accept it as a holy. So in Hinduism, whatever honoring their religion is holy. Whatever the monk talk about is holy. With this thing, now it is confused. What is holy, what is not holy? The other series of books are the epics and Puranas, which is in the period between 500 before Christ to 1000 after Christ, which is now a period of 1500 years. The epics and Puranas have been written. This is a lot, a long period of writing remembered things. Remembered means the monks are trying to remember things and write it. Remembering maybe from their dream, maybe from what they heard from the monks, maybe philosophical things they are writing. The most important of these epics are the Ramayana, which stress on the idea of the war between the good and the evil. It's mentioning the story of King Rama, and in this story, King Rama is the good. The evil is multiple. Maybe his father, because his father send him out of the country to put his brother, who is younger than him, as a king after him, because Rama is from the first wife and his brother Bahart from the second wife, and the second wife forced him to do that. So he went out. While he was in the desert, his wife Sita had been kidnapped by king of Ceylon or Sri Lanka and taken there to Sri Lanka. Now Rama came to know, and I want you to concentrate as if Rama is God. Now, how Rama doesn't know that his wife was kidnapped, and they believe he's God. So the king of Ceylon kidnapped the wife of Rama, taking to Sri Lanka. Now, Rama was told, how God is told, that his wife was kidnapped. So he took a lot of monkeys to help him in the fight against the king of Sri Lanka. So they went to the border of the Indian Ocean, because Sri Lanka is there in the Indian Ocean, and he couldn't pass to Sri Lanka because of the sea. So he remained there 3 days. Now we can imagine how God cannot go beyond that level. Then, after 3 days, he became angry. Then he threw by an arrow in the sea, and the sea started to burn. Then the sea came to Rama and asked Rama, stop the fire from us, we will tell you what to do. Now, how the sea is telling the God what to do? Then they told him, you have 2 monkeys with you. They are very strong. Nil and Nal. Nil and Nal monkeys with Ram. How Ram doesn't know if he is God, that's Nil and Nal with him. And Nil and Nal was strong enough to carry the mountains and put it in the way to Sri Lanka. So this had been done, and they reached to Sri Lanka, and they could get Sita. And he went back to the desert because his father told him to stay 14 years. Then now, after death of his father, his Bahart refused to be a king. And he went to his brother, come, you are the king. He said, no, I will not go because my father told me to stay 14 years. Then Bahart took the shoes of Rama and put it over the throne of the king, and the shoes was the king for a certain time till the 14 years finished, and Rama came, and Rama was a symbol of very just, the justful king. Even Gandhi was talking about Rama and the kingdom of Rama. So sorry to make it long, but sometimes we need to concentrate on certain points to know how weak is the religion is. The Mahabharata, or the Great India, it is a story of Krishna, and it is teaching a lot of behavioral things. The Bhagavad Gita, it's giving instructions of Krishna during war. Also, it is a book that is asking Hindu for holy war. It mentioned the attributes of God. Now, if there is time enough, or enough time, I will talk about some of these attributes, inshallah. It's describing the soul, or the relationship between the soul and the body, and the 3 ways of salvation: knowledge, worship, and the work. The Puranas represent the Dipterine of the avatars. The avatars are the God represented in human form, like what the Christian believe on Jesus, as God represented in human form. So this is what is meant by the avatar. There are groups of society which have been created by the Aryans. This have been created by them to keep everything in their hands, so they will not be asked if they do mistakes. The best society, the best of this society, or the best caste, is the Brahmin, and they believe that the Brahmin have been created from the mouth of God. They believe that the second caste is the Kshatriya, which is from the arm of the God, and these are the kings, the soldiers, the leaders. So imagine how the leaders, the kings, are below the Brahmin, because the leaders are those who are going to lead, but under the influence of the Brahmin. Now the Aryan will keep India in their hands for a long period. If the kings are from India, leaders from India, but under their influence. And the next one are the Vishaya, from the thighs of God, the soldiers, Vishaya, sorry, the merchants, the farm workers. The last caste is the Shodra, which is from the feet of God. And there is another caste, which I don't know from where it has been created. The untouchable. It's below these four castes. So this is one of the drawbacks of this caste system, that there is group, they don't know from where it is created and who created them, which is the untouchable. And also this caste system makes the Shodra, which are the majority, to be servants for the other groups. Now if the Brahmin do any murder or do anything, nobody can do anything for them. Even if they kill, they should not be asked. In this way, the white-skinned are at the top of this hierarchy. There are certain beliefs. Among these beliefs is the belief in vast cosmic periods of the creation and destruction. They believe that the universe is created, destroyed, then recreated over a period of 4,320,000 years, and coming and going in this circle. And they believe that we are now in the end of one of the cycles. So it's going to be destroyed and another creation will come. How they believe it had been created? They believe that the Supreme God created the water, and he put seed in the water. It became an egg. Brahma came out of the egg. Now Brahma created or creator? Created. Now see, Brahma is created, now becoming creator. How? He will hatch the egg. Huh? And from one half, the paradise, from the other half, the heavens and the earth, huh? And everything from that. Then he created the four castes from his body, from his mouth, from his arm, from the thigh, and from the feet. Okay? So this is their belief about creation. So this is there are drawbacks for that. The Brahma created, then creator. Yeah, who created him? Huh? The Supreme God. Then how he create? Who created those not belonging to the four castes? For example, Muslims are not belonging to that caste. Who created them? There are other theories of creation other than this. Means that there are a lot of contradictions about the creation or about the vast cosmic periods. For example, of the others' theory of creation, they believe that the world had been created by a lady, her name Shiri. And this lady was alone. So she wanted to have somebody with her husband. Then she rubbed her hand. Brahma came out. Then she asked Brahma, "You will marry me." Brahma thought that he is the son of Sheri, refused. So she burned him. Then she did again. Then Vishnu was created. "Oh, Vishnu, you'll marry me?" "No, you are my mother." "No." Then burned him. Then did again, rubbing hand. Then Mahesh. Mahesh, you will marry me?" Mahesh, he said, "Okay, but with condition." "What is it?" "You change your appearance." Change her appearance. Okay, she changed. Then, after she changed, he said, "Okay, I have another condition. Get my brothers back, Brahma and Vishnu." Okay, Brahma, Vishnu back. Then, okay, another condition. Get wives for them. Created wives for them. So this is another theory of creation. A lot of other theories, I'll just mention one more, that the soul of the universe is the creator. From that soul of the universe, it has been molded in human-like appearance and was alone. No one there. He had fear. I don't know, fear from what? The person gets feared from others. Nobody to fear him. So he got feared and he said, "That's I am." And because of that I am, because they said also the word. From that way of saying I am, another creation came, which is a wife. Then from that wife, he got the children, the Brahma, the Vishnu, the Shiva, and all other creations have been created after that. So this means that they don't have fixed philosophy of creation. They believe in reincarnation. Reincarnation means if somebody is, for example, he is alive now. After his birth, he is alive. Then he will die. After his death, what will happen? His soul will go to another person. And this person will get birth, then alive, then die, then rebirth. His soul either will go to something good. For example, if he is doing the good things, his soul will be in Brahman. If he is doing bad things, his soul will go to Shudra, or his soul will go to animals, insects. If he is doing, or he is sticking to the Dharma, Dharma means the duties, the activities that the avatar brought. Avatar, I mentioned, is human gods. and sticking to the dharma, then as a reflex to that, which is the karma, he will get the reward. What is the reward? Either wealth, or sensual pleasure, or moksha. What is moksha? Moksha means he is going to be liberated. He will be liberated from this cycle. So there will be no birth, rebirth, birth, rebirth. No, he will be out of the cycle. Liberated where? Then his soul will unite with the Supreme God, or in another sect, he will be in the paradise. So this is their belief about reincarnation and moksha. They believe that there are multiple paths for salvation. These paths, or the major paths, through knowledge and through love, through work, through experiments, and all of these there are certain activities to do, and yoga, they use it to conduct these activities. They have the belief of polytheism. They don't believe on one God. Yes, they believe on one God in a form that they devote to single God, but they accept other gods, what's called henotheistics. Or they are polytheistic. They devote to multiple gods. Or pantheistic. They believe that the Supreme God resides in everything. That's why they don't kill the animals, because they believe that the God is in that animal. Or they are pantheistic, means all being resides in the Supreme God, what they call the Paramatma. If, for example, if the insect, they believe that it resides in the Supreme God. So now they believe that the insect is creator. They have this belief really. They have the Supreme Triad as the main God. The Supreme Triad represents the Paramatma, which is the Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. By the way, the Brahma is the main one of them, but it had been defeated by Vishnu. Vishnu now in the center. You know why? I will come through it. Next. Now this is Brahma. They believe that he is the son of the Supreme God, and he created the universe and the forecast of human. See what Brahma said after creation, after he created everything. Though creator of this existence, means talking about himself, you should understand me as one who does not do anything. Means God who is doing nothing. So because of that, Vishnu took the power. Vishnu, they believe that he is the preserver of the universe and people. And they believe that Vishnu is son of Brahma. As you will see later, that the God is unborn in the Hindu belief. Then you'll think how they accepted Vishnu as God. Shiva also, they believe that he is son of Brahma. And they believe that Shiva is the most powerful and he is the destroyer of the universe. They believe that Krishna, I brought example of their gods. There are more than 330,000 or 330 million. You can mention any 330 and put any zero. They accept it. Krishna is considered as the 8th or 9th incarnation of Vishnu. Means that Vishnu, after his death, his soul incarnated in certain people, and Krishna is one of them. And Krishna in Gita mentioned that I am the self-seated in hearts of all creature. Mentioning that I am the beginning means he is the beginning. Now how he is the beginning and he is incarnation of Vishnu, the middle and the end of all beings. Exactly this is the belief of the Christian. They believe that Jesus is Son of God. They believe that Jesus is Son of Mary. But they believe that Jesus is the creator of the heaven and earth. Yeah, they believe that. They believe that he is the first. There are also female triad, and you'll get surprised when you see the name Sarasvati. Sarasvati. It's like Sarah, sound like name Sarah. And Brahma sound like the name of Abraham. And the time of the starting of the Aryan invasion, almost in the era between Abraham alayhi salam and Moses. So in that period. They believe that gods have originated after the creation. And this is contradicted by the verses in their books. They believe that, that the cow is a mother. There are 7 mothers, one of them is the cow. And people, they say that they don't worship the cow. If you ask any Indian that you worship the cow, they say no, but we respect the cow. I want you to see how لا أرجع واحدة. لا الكاو كاو. لا 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 ورا زي ما أنت بعد. إيه إيه أشغل لي الفيديو. إيه. You will see now how they worship the cow. الفيديو عليها نفسها الكاو. أضغط عليها. Go to no go to the cow itself. Press. Okay. Now see how they. Now he is bringing home the cow. This is the cow. Huh? You will see how they will use the cow to open or cut the. What they call it, the thread to enter the house or new house. Decorated. Yeah, this is new house. They want to start living in this new house. So there are ceremonies to start the house. This is the wife of the man of the house. By the way, even doctors, the pilots, engineers, they do the same. Now they can enter the house after doing this ceremony. Okay, next. Next. برضه شغل لي هذا. It's not only the cow. Now you can see the rats. Yes. Yeah. Now this is a temple called Kaaba. Kaaba temple. Kaaba, yes. This is the priest of the temple. He is talking with the interviewer about it. He's talking that why you are doing this. He said we are incarnation of rats, and the rats are our incarnations. He said, can I after death become rat? He said, no, you are not holy. Yeah. Huh? Okay. You will see now how the rat is moving all through the temple, and how people eat there and made food for the rats. This is idol for the rat. Yeah. You can see here now, or one of them, or yeah, doing bowing for the. See, eating, and see how the rat is jumping and to bless the food. Mm. Mm. See, saying the food is good. Its name is Kaaba, the place. And they mention what is the meaning of Kaaba, the child of Karnamati. Karnamati means the incarnation of the rat. Yeah. I think better you jump it. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Next. So there are philosophical flexibility. There is no single dogma, and spiritual tolerance. And this is a way that Hindu can be approached, because they accept, provided that you don't take them or they don't announce that they are not Hindu anymore. So they accept from any reformer, and they glorify the reformers and accept from them, respect them. And even any reformer, even Muslim, they consider him as holy, provided that you don't announce for them that you are not Hindu anymore. So they can join Islamic teaching, but still in front of their families they are Hindu, and they go to the temple, they do activities, but they accept any other teaching. This is even easy way to take them, but still difficult thing to take them. If you can take them out of their families, they can get converted to Islam. But if they remained with their families, they will not get converted, because they will kill them. If anyone announced that he is out of Hinduism, they kill him. But if he attached to Islam or do the Islamic teaching without mentioning to people that I am not Hindu, it's okay. You worship the God the way you like, they say. They like invention. That's why they have a lot of sects in India, a lot of gods. Next. الوقت كم بقي؟
معنا إلى 7:36 دقيقة.
يعني كم تقريبا ما ساعة؟
We should stop at
بقي 20 دقيقة؟ طيب تمام. I will go through the what the Hindu scriptures said about the God and worshipping other gods. I will go fast about it. His form cannot be seen. This is the same found in Quran and found in Bible. لا تدركه الأبصار. Next. Of the God you cannot make any image. This is also in Quran, also found in the Old Testament, in Exodus chapter 20. There is no image of him. There is no likeness of him. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. In Quran, also in the Bible. He is unborn. If he is unborn, then all of these gods they are worshipping, born. Of him there is no parent or Lord. He is unborn and he should be worshipped. This is like قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. God is very great. Next. There is only one God. Worship him. By the way, all are in their references. Most of what I mentioned in their original accepted book, the Veda. Do not worship anyone beside him. Huh? It's in Veda. All those who worship the asambati, means or asambati, the things other than the God, they are in darkness, and you will enter more into darkness if you worship somebody, the created thing. Means shirk is not allowed. This is downgrading those who are worshipping another God. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by materialistic desires, they worship demigods. This verse is like, Alhamdulillah, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, lead us to the good path and remove the sin that makes us astray and wander. Like the last verse in Al-Fatiha. This is in Veda. Muhammad also in Hindu scripture. By the way, these verses, it's in the, what I mentioned, all in the old Vedas, all in Sanskrit. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it was not found in the translation of the Arabic translation of the Sanskrit Veda at time of Dawla al-Abbasiyya, Abbasi era. It's not there. Either the translator did not do real translation because he wanted to finish quickly and get as much of gold as possible, because they get gold by the weight of the book they translate. At the time of Al-Amin and Al-Ma'mun, the sons of Harun Rashid. So they did it very quickly, or it had been added later after the Islamic Sultanate during Mahmud al-Ghaznawi. It had been added by the Hindu to attract Muslim to them, or to make their heart closer. Whatever it is, it was found before, or it is now it is present in their books now. Even in the Hindu written books. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned as last messenger, Lord of the world, last messenger from Arabia. He will ride camel. No one with these descriptions, he will have 12 wives, he will be having circumscribed and beard, he will not consume pork, he will travel to heaven with an unimaginable speed and return to the earth. No one with these descriptions except Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We can ask them, bring for us anyone from India had these features. They couldn't. His name will be Muhammad. Like this, written. Next. Next. I'll go quickly for Buddhism. Buddhism started before Christ, which is now almost 2,500 years from now. So it is 500 years before Christ, as a contradiction or as a reaction to the Vedic teachings, and also as a reaction next. Because Buddha was a king, or a son of a king. Buddha was son of a king. He was walking with his guardian, and he saw an old person. He asked his guardian, "What is this?" This is an old person. He was thinking, why people should suffer and become old. Next day, he found a sick person. Who is this? He said, this is a sick person. Why people suffer and get sick? Then, third day, he found somebody is carried over the heads, taking him to take him to bury him. What's this? This is dead person. Why people suffer to die? So he want to find solution for this suffering. Now you can imagine how a God, because they consider Buddha as a God, how a God is asking his guardian, what is this, what is this, what is this? Huh? Because Buddha, they don't believe on a God. They don't believe on the supreme God. They believe just on Buddha and teaching of Buddha, philosophy of Buddha. Do you think they worship Buddha? Huh? They worship Buddha. Yeah, video. This is video. They worship Buddha. So now they escaped from the multiple gods of Hindu, and again they went to worship another image. Or this is the symbol of Buddha. Now they are sitting, listening to the teachings. See, he's praying, see? By the way, this activity, they walk for long distances to do pilgrimage. Even for distances of 2,000 kilometers, walking on their abdomen, like this, moving in this way for 2,000 kilometers. In Tibet, yeah. Huh? Next, they distribute food to attract people. Next year. Next. By the way, after one step back, because Buddha, he found that life is suffering, so he wanted to find solution. So he refused to stay in a luxurious life with his father, the king, and he went out to the forest and deserts when his age was 29 years. He remained there for 6 years to think about what is the solution. He couldn't find solution, but he found that it is a good place to escape from life, and he remained there for 45 years. At the time of his death, his disciples were around him. Okay, our teacher, did you find solution for the suffering? He said, yes. Before I die, I should tell you. It is the nirvana. Nirvana. Huh? Nirvana. Let us see what is nirvana next. 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 Okay. Nirvana is to stay awakened, okay? And to have a peace of mind, wisdom, full with enlightenment. So all of these are nonsense really. يا دكتور عبد الله هذا وكيل الأمارة موجود. وكيل أمارة the union with the, so what really means nirvana is the union with the ultimate spiritual reality. It's exactly like moksha in Hindu, which is the liberation from reincarnation. So they believe on reincarnation to get liberated from the cycle of birth, rebirth. This is the nirvana. So this is the, once you get liberated, then you are attaining the nirvana. So this is the nirvana that Buddha discovered. Back. Yeah, and to reach to this nirvana, to get it, to reach to it, you have to go. You have to go through certain path. You have to go to certain path to reach to nirvana. How you go through it? By doing right understanding. Means that you are having peace of mind, concentrating. Right speech, your tongue. Right intention, niyah, ikhlas. Right livelihood, right action, right concentration, right effort, and right mindfulness. So all of these are around the concentration. And in his teaching, this cannot be approached without staying outside the luxurious life, by sitting in the deserts, in the forest. So this is the way, in the view of Buddha, to approach or to reach to nirvana, which is the liberation of the cycle of birth, rebirth. Next. The next religion, which I did not talk before about it here, first time to present it here, is the Jainism. This Jainism, the same age of the Buddhism. The story is the same story. The founder is the Mahavira, the same era, same period of Buddha. He rejected. He did not accept the teaching of Brahmanic Veda. He did not accept to have a lot of beliefs and false belief and the caste system of the Hindu. So he went to the desert, but instead of at the age of 29 years, now it is 30 years. And instead of staying 6 years, now 12 years. And he, at the end, gave the teaching for 12 disciples. Now, he had 12 disciples, and he taught them his teachings. The 12 disciples started to spread it. By the way, the belongers, or those who belonged to this religion or sect, is not more than 4 million. He died, and their students started to spread. What are their most or characteristic features? They don't accept the Hindu scripture. They don't accept the Veda. Their devotion to the principle of ahimsa. Ahimsa means no injury. Don't injure, don't kill. Even the mosquito, don't kill it. Huh? They worship idols. So they escaped from idols to idols. Same. Even lay people forbidden to drink after sunset. At night, they don't drink at all. Next. The people there, they have great vow and lesser vows. The great one for the monks and the lesser for the other people. For the great vow, or for the leaders, non-injury, which is the ahimsa, truth speaking, they don't have sex, non-stealing, and detachment from persons, place, and things, and they go to deserts and spend life there. The lay people, they try to apply as much as possible of the great vows. But they use the clothes, because the great vow, they don't use the cloth. Here they use the cloth. They are strict vegetarian. They do farming, because farming, they might, while they dig, they might kill something. So this is also, it's not fulfilling the ahimsa. In the 4th century, it had been split into 2 sects. One sect which is very tough sect, and they remain undressed, and they believe that you will not get, or your soul will not get liberated without being undressed. So they are undressed, so their soul will get liberated. So now they believe on reincarnation. The other one, they accept to dress, because if you don't dress, you will need to make fire to get warm. And if you make fire, fly or mosquito might come to the fire and get killed. So they are good thinkers, really. The Sikhism, the last topic, the founder is Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak, he got affected by his teacher. His teacher was a Hindu, originally from a Hindu family, but he was serving a Sufi Muslim. So he got a lot of ideas from the Hindu, from the Sufism of the Hinduism, and the Sufism of Muslims, and made a lot of philosophical theory to make this religion. The Guru, there are, after this Guru, who is Nanak, 9 successive Gurus. The last of them died at 1708. After that, they left a book called Sahib. And this Sahib, or this book, is the book, or is the final Guru forever. And they established Khalsa and appointed the book. This is established by the last Guru. Khalsa is the way to live in the life. Their code of conduct is to believe on one immortal being. So now the Sikh, they believe on one God, but bodiless. They believe on the 10 Gurus, and now they are keeping the 10 Gurus as mediator to the God. Nobody can reach to the God in their belief without going through the Gurus. The book, they have to believe of it, which is the Guru Granth Sahib, and teaching of the 10 Gurus, it is a mandatory to apply, and not belonging to any other religion, only to Sikhism, then he is considered to be Sikh. It is, I'll keep this the last slide now. It is with Hinduism in affirming the supreme and formless God beyond the conceiving, and affirming reincarnation. In keeping with Islam, it rejects the notion of avatars. They are rejecting the avatars. They reject the caste system, the images. They reject any worship, but they don't accept the religions, the worships of Islam. They don't accept Salah or pilgrimage or any other activity of Islam. In summary, the most or the famous non-Islamic religions in India or non-Abrahamic religions in India are the Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Hinduism, they are idol worshippers. Jainism, idol worshippers. Sikhism, they are not idol worshippers, but they don't believe on the real God, and they don't apply the Islamic teachings. They are contradicting Islam and Hinduism, and the solution is to take them to Islam and to break the caste system. Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. I hope that we got benefit of this sitting, and thank you for your listening.
Thank you.